All right, Shalom. It's the brother Kalaya coming at you with a quick lesson. Prior to getting started, I'd like to give all glory, honors, and prayers unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to all elect. Shalom. All right. In this particular lesson is gonna ultimately be going into, the earth need new rulers, man. Okay, the earth ultimately just needs new rulers. All right. The influence, right? I'm a kind of harp on that word influence a lot. And it's like it, man. That is. Cause I'm gonna grab that in the book of Revelations, the 2nd chapter, exousia, okay? It goes into having influence. But real quick, I'm gonna grab it. Let's see where we at. So like I didn't have this looked up at first. But ultimately it just means the way things flow. Okay, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing what I was looking for in a timely fashion. So, we'll just proceed. But that word influence is basically how something changes, all right, the shift of something, okay? And right now, Esau Edom is putting out a wicked influence, all right? So first and foremost, I'm going to grab Isaiah, the 9th chapter, and verse 6. It says, "For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder," right? Which when you break down that word government, all right, the word govern, all right, simply means to control, all right, and ment goes into your mind, right? So ultimately mind control, you see, but in a positive connotation, all right? This government, right, this mind control has the people in what? Instant gratification sort of state of mind. Jake just want everything now, all right? Not only Jake, but also the other heathens, all right, that take after this whore, all right, which that whore is going into Babylon the Great, all right, the daughter of Babylon, all right, America. You see, the different wines, the doctrines, all of these things promote, okay, wickedness, folly, being obese, sodomite behavior, the LGBT community, right? That's the influence or the course in which this devil leads people. You see? And I'm gonna grab that before I finish this verse. Grab it in the book of Sirach. It's like this one just popped into my mind. All right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 10 and 2. Well, I'm going to start at 1. It says, "A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered." Right? And I'm going to go back into that Isaiah 9. Okay, because it's going back into that government, that mind control. You see? Verse 2, "As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such as are all they that dwell therein. An unwise king destroyed his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited." You see? So ultimately, the Lord, he's coming back to take this place over and judge it right. All right, not just Jerusalem, but the whole world. All right. But and then like manner, all right, all of the people are embodied by the core values of this devil, man. All right, killing, stealing, idolatry, sodomy. All right, they embody these things. That's why you see them walking around freely. All right, but back in that Isaiah 9, we'll start back at 6. It says, For unto us a child is born, which that child is the child of prophecy, man, Yahushua. Unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulders. And his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. You see, so ultimately Yahushua is coming to, set up his kingdom. All right. And damn, that's bringing me to another precept. Okay. Because you can't have two kingdoms ruling at the same time. So one has to be destroyed and the other one, will be left as the victor. Okay. Which we understand through prophecy. Okay. It's going to be Yahushua's kingdom, man. The kingdom of Israel. You see? It's one of the brother favorite. Yeah, here it is. This Second Ezra, the 4th chapter, and verse 28, it says, "But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good." You see? So America must go. Okay? America is that sickness that dwells within the earth. All right, and we have precepts backing that up, which I'll get them later on down the line. Let me see. Yeah, that's pretty much it right there. That's all I wanted to grab in that. Back in Isaiah, verse 7, it says, "Of the increase of his government and peace, there shall be no end upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it, to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth, even forever. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this." You see? So that's the one thing, well, the two things that this place is ultimately lacking. All right, judgment. This place is run by a false order of judgment. Okay, all of the, and I grab that too. And Wisdom of Solomon, man. Salakia too. If some of these precepts are random, I did not have some of these on my list. But nevertheless, it's supporting, what we going into. So we're gonna let the spirit go as it please. All right, but nevertheless, this devil has loopholes and unrighteous judgments, man. Okay, he decrees unrighteous judgments, and he's really the only one that benefits from it. But when the kingdom of heaven is established, all right, in a rightful order, okay, and that's another thing, man. The Lord is coming to set a righteous order, showing hierarchy, all right, showing okay, what it means to have a government, all right. But this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and verse 10. It says, "Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age." You seeing normally what you see in throughout the course of time, most of those people that was just said listed right there, the poor man, all right, the widow, okay, the ancient gray hairs, all right, which are the old people. They receive assistance from the different kings, okay, and actually, were reverenced, okay, they were respected. But this devil don't respect them, man. Okay, they actually put more fetters of iron and lay down more snares for them. You see? But it says, it's like a text message. But it says, verse 11, "Let our strength be in the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be worth nothing. Let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraideth us with our offering the law, with our offending the law, and objected to our infamy and transgressings of our education." And that's a mouthful, but that embodies, what America is about, what this man's kingdom is about, how he get down, how he play ball. All right, it's unfair, it's unruly. All right, it's a really it's a coward's way to rule. Okay, we understand through biblical prophecy that this guy was going to be the ruler, all right, over America and ultimately our warden, so to speak, all right, because this is a prison sentence, all right, in which us so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans had to play out, all right. So this America is merely just like a prison, okay, a holding cell for us to do our time, okay. And this devil has he's been cruel, all right, ever since we got here, man. Going back to the Isaiah, but it said, I wanted to hone in on this point. It says, it says, of the verse 7, of the increase of his government, the peace there shall be of no end upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and justice from henceforth forever and ever. So there won't be another time that these devils get into rule, or any other nation for that matter. All right, everybody has had that time to rule on the face of the planet Earth. Okay, but now it's time for, righteousness to flourish, judgment to flourish, and knowledge and wisdom and understanding to flourish, man. Okay, let's see what we had next on this list. Right, I want to grab this because you have some people that are so invested in America that they're basically blinded, right? They're blinded. I quoted it earlier. Not quoted it, but I was insinuating, all right, that Job 9:24, okay, ultimately going into, the wicked being in order. And it don't take a rocket scientist to see that the rulers that are over America, all right, really over the world, not just America, but over the world, are wicked. All right, this Isaiah 24 and verse 5. It says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. So, when you go into the process of husbandry, which is farming, okay, the process of owning livestock and just governing in itself, there are certain laws, statutes, and commandments, all right, in which aid these things and keep these things running smoothly, right, like a well-oiled machine, all right. And what this devil has done, he's twisted and perverted, okay, his laws, all right. He's taken certain laws of the Lord and twisted them to his own sick desires, right? That's why it says, because they have transgressed the laws, so they just outright broke some of them. And it says he changed the ordinances, you see, and broken the everlasting covenant, okay? And that's what he's done, man. All right, he's perverted the word of the Lord. So Yahushua is going to come back, all right, with that government on his shoulders, all right, ruled by him, okay, in the 144,000 in their respected ranks, okay, and bring forth justice back into the earth and have it running properly, man. And real quick, I just want to see something. Right. So I'm going to skip the two different parts right here. This is Revelations 21:1. It says, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. Okay, which that new is going into Kainos. All right, I did the video with Raya. All right, the brother Raya going into, pretty much the respect returning back unto Israel, all right, as the top leading nation on the planet Earth, man. Okay, but ultimately it just means to be refreshed. The earth will be refreshed under the new rulership. Okay, Isaiah the 14th chapter tell you that when this devil is taken out, that the trees is going to rejoice, man. The earth, okay, look at how he pollutes the different waterways, the different bodies of water, all right, polluting the ozone layer. Okay, we was talking about it yesterday, this devil had a plan to blow up the moon, man. He also wanted to block the sun. You see? So ultimately, these guys who are in rulership, they need to be exterminated, man. All right, and new rulership needs to be put in place. Okay? But I want to jump down. Yeah, that's all I want to write down. I want to jump down to verse 25. It says, and the gates of it shall not be shut at Slacking, let me start over. It says, and the gates of it shall not be shut at all by day, for there shall be no night there, and they shall bring the glory and the honor of the nations unto it. You see, so the forces of the Gentiles, all right, will be brought unto us, man. All right, as tribute, which tribute is another word for taxes, right? Okay, they're gonna pay us tribute, man, and they're gonna love it. All right, they're not gonna be being oppressed. They're not gonna be being invaded and basically just decimated for their oil reserves. Okay, we're not gonna kidnap their kings, all right, unless you outright break the law, statutes, and commandment. We gotta enforce judgment. But nevertheless, just for no reason, just because for evil's sake, nah, man. All right. After the 1,000 years, okay, these other nations are gonna be returned back into their lands. They're gonna continue to, do their specialty, whether that's growing. And I'm just throwing some names out there, all right, because you have certain regions that are very specific for certain herbs, all right, certain soft metals like gold, silver, iron, things of that nature, all right, and they're gonna bring that to us, man. Shit like turmeric, ginger, stones, precious gemstones, opal, right? All sorts of things, man. Jake can name a list of them. But nevertheless, they're going to be bringing these things in continually, all right, under the new rulership, okay? Jake going to actually run this thing as a proper business to profit, okay, and to prosper, all right, with us being the heads, you see? With Israel being the heads under Yahushua, man. Okay? But nevertheless, that was all I had. I just wanted to, put that on wax. I was thinking about this for a while. I just want to get it out there. So, before I get out of here, I want to give all glory, honors, and prayers unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the Ufilet. Shalom. Hey, real quick. Slakia. Let me grab it. Hey, that's that word exousia in Revelations, the 26th verse. And Slakia, that's my bad too, man. Exousia. It says G18. Nah, it don't want to work, bro. G18 49. It says power of choice, liberty of doing as one pleases. It says physical or mental power, right? Going back into that government. And it's the point. It says the power of authority, influence, and of right of privilege. You see? And that's really what I wanted to go into, man. Okay? Because not only is the Lord going to bring order, but these other nations are going to follow the law, statutes, and commandments as well. All right? And they're going to be guided in a righteous way. Okay? So I just want to grab that point, Salakia. It was last minute. So, shalom.